and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we have the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
What you don't see before we talk is we do kind of warm up a little bit, kind of get the energy level up, right, Brad?
Pumped up.
Okay, today we're going to talk about something else that's stubborn besides you, Brad. We're going to talk about stubborn sciatica, and we're going to show you 3 advanced exercises to cure it. So if you have sciatica, it's just not going away, Brad. It's really discouraging, isn't it?
Right, especially if you've already looked at some of our excellent videos on how to do it. And you tried the exercises to press up and it's not getting any better.
It's not responding.
You know, this is a good option. Look at this. We have 3 other options that can give you progress and get you back on the road, you know,
right, get you going on the right path. And by the way, if you are new to our channel and maybe haven't seen any of these videos, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to our link below for Facebook and like us on Facebook. Brad and I have a severe complex. Nobody likes us. Please like us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Sciatica. We're talking about sciatica. One of the primary reasons for that pain down the leg is the nerve, peripheral nerve coming out of the spine is getting pinched.
Spinal nerves are coming out
from a disc problem. Yeah. Okay.
That's the most common reason.
So people are wondering, why do you have these coffee cups with a green ball?
Right.
That is our model that works really well to show a disc problem. So this would be your lumbar 5, the 5th lumbar.
It's taken out of your low back.
Right, down by your belt line. The green ball represents a disc because a disc has fluid in like this ball does and has a tough annulus that's stretchy and it's going to give away, and you can see that the fluid in there is held in within that annulus on this ball. So it's a good model. And so here we go. Yeah.
So if I were standing, this would be my low back right here. This is how it's pointed.
Right.
So if you do a lot of bending forward.
So so the green ball represents the disc, and it has a little sponge, so when you walk, it's a little shock absorber. When you bend forward, it flexes, and when you twist a bit to the side, it'll go a little bit to the side, not as much, that's just the natural mechanics of the ball, or of the back, I'm sorry. Now, if you bend forward or sit slouched too often, then eventually get a herniated disc.
Yeah, repeatedly, you can weaken on the back of the disc, and then it pushes back here, and then that's where it can push on one of those spinal nerves.
Right. Are you zoomed in on that, Lonnie? Yeah. Okay. Now, there are times when a disc can herniate it, but it doesn't go out the back side. If it goes out the back side, people typically are walking around like this.
Yeah, it usually goes out to the back and a little bit to the side.
Right.
Posterior lateral.
Yeah.
But
that's getting technical.
Yeah.
If we turn it this way, and then instead of, you're still zoomed in.
It's facing backwards.
This is the way it normally, oftentimes goes towards the backwards direction, off to the side a little bit perhaps, but sometimes a disc can herniate. Look at this.
More to the side itself.
Right. And when this happens, this is the posture that that person will take on. Instead of forward leaning, they're off to the side like this.
Let me do it, Brad. I think I can do it better than you.
Oh.
It's a shift.
Let's let them be the judge.
See,
there.
It's a shift.
So it goes down and over. So here the bulge is over here.
Over here, yep.
So it tilts the spine this way.
It's causing me to, what our instructor said, right? It's like you're carrying a pig.
Right.
Yeah.
If the pig thing throws you off, don't worry about it. We'll get you past that. So let's back up to before we get to that. If you just
we'll show you how to handle that one in just a minute.
Right. The first step you're going to do, if you're like this, leaning forward, and you try the press-ups and they're not working, then the first thing you do is you get yourself a couple of pillows.
Yeah.
Pillows.
I like going like this, Brad. I like going under the thigh and under the back. And you're just going to start, you might even do 3 pillows.
Sure.
And you're just going to lay here to start off with. You might have a real large protrusion, and it needs a while to sink in and have time to get in there. So and a lot of times people, if they lay down like this without the pillows, they have a lot of increased pain. They go, no, it doesn't work for me. But try this for a while.
You get a towel roll so you can put your forehead on it. Otherwise you get a sore neck muscle.
Right.
Now Bob likes it this way, but I have had patients where I put it this way with better results. But it depends on the size of the person. You know, some people have different shapes around this part of their body.
And this might make you arch a little more up like, you know.
So you do what makes it feel good. As it feels better with that, then you take 1 pillow out.
And then you lay like that for a while.
And this may take 5 or 10 minutes.
And you might even try at this point, then if it's feeling a little better, you might even try doing the extension with the pillow in place.
Exactly.
But if eventually you want to get to the point where you take it out completely, and these are the extensions that we've been referring to. You're going to put your hands underneath your shoulders like this, and you're going to bend up like this, and you're keeping your pelvis down the whole time. You don't want to be doing this.
Yeah, we're not doing push-ups.
So if it doesn't go any further than this, that's fine. Just keep working in this range here. And eventually you want to hopefully get up to here. Actually, this feels really good on me today, Brad.
Sure. Just remember, while you're doing this, the leg pain, numbness symptoms must be going upwards or away. Okay? If you're doing this and you can go higher, but the leg pain gets worse, that usually doesn't happen.
That's a bad sign.
Right.
If your leg pain is getting worse, then you're going to have to try one of the other advanced methods that we're about to talk about. Or go back to the pillows.
Right. Yep. So again, remember the whole goal, if you watch some of our other videos,
you've got to get the pain out of the leg.
Out of the pain, numbness, tingling, whatever it is. Can you come over this way, Lonnie? Over here. You got it?
You found them?
Traction can work well, but very few people have a traction table at their house. But you can do some self-traction if you have a couple good solid chairs like this. Now I'm just going to relax from here down. I'm going to push up. And you can, I can do it with my toes off, but you can start out with touching your toes. But the only reason you're going to do this is if when you start doing this, the symptoms in the legs start feeling much better right away.
Right.
I've done this to myself as well with a number of patients. A lot of times it just doesn't work. Then you got to go to one of the next advanced techniques. But when this works, it works really quickly, and things feel much better when you do the traction. You're going to hold it for 2 to 3 minutes. Depending on, it should feel good. And as a result, when you get done, it should feel better as well.
Sounds good.
Okay, now, what if the person's walking? Now, look at this. This isn't bad, I think.
Did you want to mention an inversion table too, Brad, or not?
Well, you could use an inversion table.
But I hate to have you buy one just for that reason.
Right, yeah.
If someone you know has one, you can try it.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay.
Yeah, that's a good point, Bob.
Let's say we'll go back to the crooked walking, Brad.
Right. So if you are crooked walking like this, all you need is a wall to help the shift. Now, Bob was talking, one of our instructors, Mackenzie instructor,
it'd be like
said,
this, Brad.
Oh, see, yeah, that's right. If I'm going to carry a pig, I'm carrying it on this side.
No, it's this way. It's what's pulling you over.
Yeah, okay.
So the shift is like this. And either way, what you have to remember is if your body is shifted this way, this is the side that's going to go to the wall.
Right. So he's going to put his right shoulder, because he's shifted to the right, to the
usually
wall.
I took a towel, Brad. I don't know
Sure.
if you do the same. Lonnie, you're going to have to probably come around over here on this one. Let's give her a second to adjust the camera.
Okay. We will go to commercial. There we go. Okay, come on
I
back.
usually put the towel right here, Brad.
Yep.
I put my forearm there, and my belt is below the forearm here.
Yep.
And I'm bringing my legs out like this, and I'm shifting my body over like this.
Sure.
It's a minor shift, but believe me, it should be enough. And again, this should be decreasing your symptoms.
While you do it.
Yeah.
By the time you do the first one, we do 10 at a time. By the time you get to the 10th one, the pain or the symptoms in the legs should be improving. If they're getting worse or it just hurts, it's not right for you.
Now, you can do these every hour.
Right.
That's how often you can do them.
Right.
And you're going to keep doing these until you're kind of straight. And then at that point, then you're going to go to the extensions again.
Right. Yep. Always
So,
back to
eventually got to get back to the extensions. But if you have a crooked back, the extensions will never help you. You'll never
Right,
get better.
yeah,
So,
I did. Now the only thing I do differently on this, but it's the same thing. Instead of putting, if you don't have a towel roll, I
just use your forearm.
I hike this up, and then.
Yep, and that works too.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Just a different way about it. 2 ways to catch a fish or whatever that.
Yeah.
Whatever that saying is.
But again, that has to, it's funny, I had a story where this lady came in and she was like this. They were about to make a brace for her, Brad.
A turtle.
Yeah, a turtle shell
yeah,
brace, because she was in so much pain. I saw her twice, we got her straight, and by the third time the pain was gone. And they were going to make a huge, expensive brace for
Right,
her.
probably a couple
So,
$1,000.
Couple $1,000.
Yeah.
All right, what's next, Brad? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, what's next?
This is what I call a package deal, because this is if you're crooked a little bit, but the wall's not working, the press-ups is not working, so you can try one of these options.
Yeah,
okay?
you can try these if your back isn't crooked either, right?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're doing extensions and it's just not getting better, you tried the pillows, these are some, you want me to?
Go ahead, lay down, Bob.
So, So these are some of the things you can try. Which one do you want to do first, Brad?
Let's say the pain and the symptoms are on the right side.
Okay, right leg here.
I tell my patients, keep your knees glued to the table, and I'm going to have them lay down so your head's down on there. Imagine your shoulders are glued to the table, and you're going to not roll, but you're going to shift your hips to the side, away. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's this way.
Away from. Yeah. Away from.
So the pain is on this side. I'm shifting my hips away from the pain.
Right. So if we look at it from the back, his body's got a little curve in it, away from the pain.
We call it the banana sometimes because you're making the shape of a banana.
And then just laying there like that, if that helps reduce the symptoms on this side, and usually it doesn't happen instantly. It may take 20 seconds or 30 minutes or 30 seconds. Then you can actually try a press up.
Yep, in that position.
Yep.
And the same thing, it should be taking the pain out of the leg, maybe making it worse in the back even a little bit, but it's got to make it better in the leg.
In the leg.
Or the numbness or tingling or something's got to get better.
And then the next one is what we call roadkill. So
in that one, we bring this one up.
Right. And so if it's on the right-hand side, the right knee is going to come up.
Yep.
And I call this the roadkill, the G.I. Joe, like those little green army men when I was a kid.
They were commando crawling.
It's always hard to tell patients to get in this position because how do you say it? You know?
Right.
Bring your knee up and they're, you know.
Right, they're doing something weird.
You'd have to be a PT to understand that. So in this position, within seconds, it should start feeling better. If it doesn't, if it makes it worse in the leg, stop.
Right.
If it makes it better, lay there, allow it to settle down, and then
the same thing again. You can do press ups.
This is a strange way to do press ups, and it feels different. But I've had people get rid of their leg pain doing this one.
Now the other one, Brad, I don't think you had it on your list. Is you actually can take a towel and put it under here and try press ups too.
Sure.
A folded towel and the same thing. It does a little bit almost the same what the roadkill does.
Right.
It's lifting up that pelvis.
Just a kind of a variation of that. Now, I don't know if we should really show them the last one or not because that's the one I wait. That's the ace in the hole for me.
Well, it's up to you.
Should we do it?
Sure.
All right, we'll do it. I don't do this just for anybody, so hang on.
All right.
It does work well.
Are we back on, Lottie? Okay.
Okay. So you're going to lay in your back for this one. Bring up your knees to here. And in this situation, I'm going to say it's my left side.
The pain is on the left side.
All right, my left leg is numb and tingly.
I could use the pointer this time.
Sure, yeah, be careful with it, Bob. That is a very sensitive area you're striking. Okay, on this case, I'm going to shift my hips. I'm going to lift up a little bit, shift my hips to the right, away from it. Then I'm going to bring my knees up and gently roll this direction while my shoulders stay flat to the table. Now, when this works, you will know it because it'll work right away. You have to do a little shift here.
Shift it to the right,
up.
Pain's on the left, and then he brought the knees to the left.
Right, but I'm not doing this. I'm not rolling my whole body. I'm actually putting keeping this shoulder and both shoulders flat to the table. And while you're doing this, that leg should start feeling better very quickly. If it does, you're gold, and if not, it may not be the right one for you. It may be one of the other ones.
Now that one was that McKenzie?
Yeah, I learned that at a McKenzie
Mulligan
course.
has that too.
Sure, well, you know.
Yeah, they have variations
right,
of it.
So. Exactly.
Which always tells me when there's two people doing it, there's some merit to it.
Right, when two of the greats are doing it.
So.
So there you go. If you're having problems, we gave you 1, 2, 3. Yeah, actually we said 3, but that was a twist on that. Yeah, so
3 main categories.
You may have to go through this a couple times if you're having problems, but you can you get this zeroed in. So good luck with it and be careful.
All right.
Oh, Bob, why? Why, Bob?